So that's the fixed portion. What that means is fixed is whatever you run, unless you modify it, it's going to attach that to the Z-line. Now what you've also got is decisions. We won't get into that, but what you have as well is a cut template, which is a variable cut. So what it means is you can apply this, and wherever you have a cut, wherever it cuts into the surface, it's going to apply this template for you. So what we can do, and what it will do is it will attach itself to the end of the fixed one we've just done. And you can see in the notes below that, they've put one in there. So we'll do the same as that, and then you'll sort of see what happens when you apply the template. That's a variable cut template. So what we're going to do, and this is really good if you want to create a swale down the side of the road wherever you're going to cut, like a V-drain or a swale or something like that. So I'll use this. So what you do is you go into the cut, so you've got fixed, decision, cut. Make sure you're in your row template where you feel that's the top. And then go into the cut. Okay. Now we're just going to fill it in the same, 0.5. The slope is 1 in. And what have you got? 1 in 100? Actually, no, we'll make that 1 in 10. And then call it, what's that, EV? And then maybe make it, oh, that yellow. Make it brownie colour or something. Or green, whatever you like. Cool. Oh, is that 100? Okay, so no, so I can make it 100. That's the first bit of the beam. And then the next one, width 1, slope -4. Now that's 1 and 4, so what's that? 20%. -20%. And then what's got there is got IN what VC, so it's invert of channel. INVC. And here you can make it blue. And then the last bit is the other side. So it's going to run back up at positive 4%. And then, what's that? EV1. And make that very colour like brown colour. White. So see what it's going to do is off that boundary, and see how it's already found the boundary. The start one is the boundary because that's the last one of the fix. So it's going to attach it to that first bit of template. So apply. And it's there, it should say variable cut set, 3 links, and then go OK. The fill you can do the same, but we're not going to do anything with the fill. And the final cut fill at the end there, you've got fill and the final cut fill at the end. You left click on that. That is your batter slope. It's going to interface from the end of the burn or the variable cut, and it's going to interface at that slope to the existing surface. So I'm going to make that 1 in 3. So the final cut slope 1 in 3. Final full slope is 1 in 3. And then it's already given a name. What it's going to do is it's going to search 100 metres, and if it can't find it within 100 metres, it's not going to draw it. You can change that to 1,000 metre. And then the final name is INT, which means interface. So it's the interface between your design and the existing or slash ground surface. So you go, okay. And that's the first part. It's just creating a template, whatever use it's going to serve. Now, okay, so what we're going to do now is an ETF file, which is a mini template file. This is where you put the template. So where you find that is, with the notes on page, I'm just going to go back in.
1
So
4
you've still, yeah, if you look on
4
page 3,
4
again you've got the icon. So you've got
EV1.
in that that sort of, I suppose, where it comes to that tree where you want to block down here. If you left click on that, it's got all of them there. So you've got template create, NTF create, client function, and the manager. So you're going to use, it's pretty much in order, really. You do the template, NTF, and then your function. So you can grab it from down there, you go, create, NTF create. Or you can do it from up the top there, which is design, NTF create. Again, exactly the same box. It just depends where you go from, either here or down.
Yeah, apply and okay.
So you've got to create one of these first. Now, the naming convention is very important. Very important. So what I might get you to do is we've all got that first alignment. Now, I'm going to get you to duplicate it. And we're going to use that one. You've already made it, so it's very easy to just copy it. And to do that, just drag that box here, that can save you, that's fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up top strings, strings edit, and if we go duplicate, strings edit, duplicate. And then we're going to call the center line something different than what it is now. So we won't get confused. So I'm going to do strings edit, duplicate. Now, you don't have to enter it up the top here. You can enter it just in this box, and whatever you pick, it will change it to these variables. So in the box, we're going to call it week 4 C1. And then the new model, we're going to call it R synchrone. Doesn't matter if it's caps, doesn't matter. Yeah, you should hold caps. We're going to use the font. Sure. And then if you just pick start, and then it's saying, okay, you don't see down what I'm duplicate string, just grab that first super alignment. Make sure it's the super alignment, not the string, not the rows, nothing. That's why in that view you should only have the super alignments turned on, nothing else. Only the old, and it should be that late, the model design. So all you got to do is click on it, and then
Click on start.
just
And you
accept
click
middle
on
mouse,
that. No.
and it'll say string duplicate. If you keep on clicking on it, it will just make another one, another one, another one. And so that was, what we can do then is we can turn off everything in that view. And then turn on one we just made, which is so you've just duplicated all that super line and all its properties and everything else, but you've just changed the name and symbol. So that's just like copy command. Actually, for it, you can actually copy things and move things and locate things, all that sort of stuff. And these are all the commands that sit outside. Because, you know, you've got same sort of thing. You've got reverse, parallel, open, close, split, and they're very similar to what a rotator would do. Change, you know, you change the name, change the variables. So there are lots of options here you can use. Right. Okay. So now we've got our new civil line.
Yeah, finish it.
F2. So we've called it center line. Now, the best thing to do is to call the NTF exactly what that is. It's so we've got week 4 center line, and you can either call it R center line, and what it's going to do is it's going to produce R center line strings, or you can use the name, and the name is the best thing to do, because then it's going to be, the function will be the same, the NTF will be the same, the superline will be the same. And what do we call the template? The template's got week 4 in it as well. And so, and why I'd say this is because when you start, remember how many strings and sections you created by running the rows routine? See how they're all named the same? CR3, 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 polys, strings. And that's why, because if you name them differently, you'll just get really, really confused. So name condition is very, very important. And if you start to look at the functions, apply CR3, apply CR2, apply CR1. They're called the same. And so it's a lot easier to use the name. So what we're going to do, and you can just say, look, here's your, we've already got that duplicate string box open, so you can just copy that, copy it, and paste it in there. So the NTF file is going to be called the same, week 4, C1. So you can always find it in relation to the C1. And then what you do is, the seed file is actually pretty cool. It's all the stuff that you did last time you stored it, and it was really in the memory from before. We're not going to do that. So the seed line now, we're going to pick on that arrow and go and you pick that seed line. So it should be in there. And it's saying, okay, it's selected, and then you just got to hit create. Okay, and that's your NTF. Now, where you actually, we'll have a go look at this. This is where really everything sits, and this is where you have the ability to modify anything you've created, or add things that don't even exist, move them, offset them, tell the actual template to do many different things using this NTF. And I'll show you this. So we've got week 4 you've created, and then the hinge is basically if you have a center line, you have another string you want the hinge off, move off, or the grade off, you can use that. Just click on that modify left. And then click on the modify right. And you've got one of these for each side, because it's a row. If you were doing